What's up, y'all? It's the Relentless podcast where we're stirring up passion and purpose for marriage.
That's right. We're diving into topics you always wanted to talk about. Real life, real struggles, real love, and real results. So what are we waiting for? Let's go in. Yo, what's up, friends and family? Welcome back. Season 3, episode 3 in full effect. It's your boy Brock Jones with my beautiful wife Dominique, man. Back to tap in with you right before Valentine's Day, man. It's a good time. It's a good time.
It's not too late, so I hope you enjoy this episode so you get some ideas if you're behind.
I talked to a couple of fellas last night, actually, man. They was like, oh, snap, I forgot to book this. I forgot to do that. I was like, hey, man, get to it, bro. Get to it. Get it done. So it's a good time, man.
It is. Speaking of which, what happened last Friday?
Last Friday?
Yeah.
What happened last Friday?
You got all dressed up, you and the girl.
Oh, snap. See that? Look, the way our life set up. Oh, my gosh. I'm like, what happened last Friday? Man, we had a great time last Friday, man. Me and my daughters, we did our first daddy-daughter dance. Took them out. They got all dressed up and beautiful and pretty. And I put on a little sports coat, man. Got my little, got my pizzazz on and treated them out, man. We had a great time. We were dancing and I was just loving on them, man. Just courting them. I was courting them.
I love that. That was the first one. We've never had that. And I guess it's kind of cool that they both got to experience it at the same time.
Yeah, I got to go on a double date with both of them, man, at the same time. They weren't jealous. They weren't fighting. They weren't.
Well, I had to do a pep talk before because
it was
they're very territorial. Yes, even with their dad. So and their brother.
Yeah. We had a good time, man. We really did. They enjoyed it. I think they enjoyed the allure of me kind of pursuing them in that way, taking them to the dance floor, asking them if they wanted some drinks. They had a little punch and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And so we made bracelets. It was
so sweet.
It was cool. It was cool. I enjoyed it too. I had a good time.
I enjoyed it.
I took them to get ice cream out there.
You did, yeah. You really went all out. I love it. But I enjoyed just getting to see them get dressed up. They helped me pick out their outfits. It was memorable, even though I wasn't there. Just seeing them putting a little makeup on because, they like that. But it was just, I don't know, it was very special seeing them. And then even there was a moment where Savion was taking a picture of them. It was just, I don't know, it was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed it. But I was also like, I don't want them growing up too fast now.
Right.
Like, wait a minute. Like, I'll do this their whole life, but if somebody else step in the picture, I'm going to have to. I need to get my mind right.
One of them, we're not going to say no names, but you was like, she would be the one.
She would be the one clubbing. She going to be the one partying and want to hang out and kick it. I'm like,
didn't stop.
Right.
Yes.
So, but it was good. It was a great time.
I'm so glad I'm glad people do those things. Like, that's so important. And we'll talk about that toward the end, just how we need to model that for the kids. But we're going to start with, how do you pursue each other in your relationship, whether it's Valentine's Day or just date night, and you're like, man, I'm all out of ideas. So
yeah, man. Shoot, you gotta keep hope alive. You know what I mean? You gotta keep the fire rolling some kind of way, man. Don't let it fizzle out. Or
you gotta stoke the fire. You gotta change it up a little bit.
Yep. Valentine's Day, I think, is a good reminder. I think some people are like, I don't care about Valentine's Day. It ain't that big deal. It's about in between.
You talking about me?
No, I'm saying in general. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about in general. Some people are like, But it's a great reminder that these things do need to kind of be somewhat in our mind of like, man, I do love you and want to pursue you and want to date you and want to romance you and just that season of love, if you want to call it all of that. Like, it's a good reminder that those things are important.
Yeah, if you haven't made it a priority, you definitely want to make it a priority on Valentine's Day. Just don't let it stop there.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. So what you got for us today?
I don't know. What are some of your memorable Valentine's Days or things that we've done, even if it wasn't Valentine's Day, just great date nights that kind of stood out?
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of them. I'm reminded of a picture we always look at of us driving downtown Dallas to Reunion Tower.
Yeah.
And kicking it down there one night, man. I remember I had the little vest on. I remember the picture. I had the mohawk. That was back when I had the mohawk.
Find it,
and
yeah.
I was rolling. You was passenger side, and we kicked it at Reunion Tower in the ball overlooking the city.
Yeah, it was a Wolfgang Puck restaurant, and it revolves every hour.
Yeah.
Which, thank God, I have motion sickness, but it's not too much. You know, it was good, but it was beautiful. We got to see the sunset.
Yeah, the sun was setting down.
And it was an expensive dinner, but the experience was so worth it. At least the food was good. Now, it wasn't that portion.
Except for that sparkling water. They was like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be $70. Was what I pushed it to this. I said, yeah,
we're good.
You can take that on back, brother. Shoot.
But yeah, this Louisiana girl, I like a good portion of food. I like my food.
Yeah.
It wasn't that, but it was good.
Yeah. No, it was a great time. I think it was a memory we always remember.
Yeah. So ambiance is important, even if it doesn't have to be super upscale, but like ambiance. Just can we create a memory, right? And make sure you capture the memories. Take pictures.
Yeah. I laxed off on that a little bit as of recently, just trying to be present and not be like, hey.
Yeah.
But it's good to capture the moment, man, and remember them and relive them. So
definitely.
What about for you? Anyone is?
I think, speaking of which, like, there was one Valentine's Day, you wrote a poem, but you framed it, and that was, like, super special. One, the words, I love words, so I love cards, but you got creative, and, you know.
Yeah.
It was a step up from remember the box panel that you wrote when we were dating? But I love that. I'm simple.
Yeah.
So it was the thought and intentionality of the words, and then you framed it. And I have it somewhere. We keep moving things around, but that was really special to me.
Yeah, I remember that one. I tried to express myself in ways that were relevant to me, but that would mean something to her. Cause you like cards and stuff. You like things that you can hold on to for a while, and it's not like you like experiences, but you like those things you can go back and look at because you collect them.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, what can I give you that you can hold on to?
Yeah.
That kind of be memorable for you years afterwards. And it's not a memory, but it's something you can pull up and be like, yeah, I remember when you did that.
Yeah.
So.
When I'm mad at you, no.
When you do it, please. Remind why you stuck with me, man. Like,
speaking of things that last, so I would say, fellas, find out if your woman likes flowers. I'm not a huge flower fan, but I love the thought. So I do love, man, if you think about getting flowers, I just hate to see them die. So you see, I try to preserve them if I can.
Yeah.
But I don't know where I got that from, my mom or something, but I don't like to see flowers die, and I don't have a green thumb, so I don't know how to keep them alive.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate the thought. So.
Yeah. Well, I remember you used to keep them in a bag afterwards. I noticed that. I was like, well, when I buy her flowers, she would keep them after she would put the petals in the back. So I'm like, okay, well, she likes keeping flowers. Again, just, I guess, memories and stuff like that. So I never gave up on buying you flowers. I just, like, every once in a while, just I'll spontaneously grab some and grab some of your sweet treats that you like.
Yep.
And flowers and stuff just periodically throughout the year. And just, when they die, I'm like, all right, you going to keep these or put them in a bag? You going to keep these or put them in a bag? Like, what you going to do? And you'll do
I can't keep them all. So every now and then I'll cycle and purge it. But yeah, I like those mementos. Speaking of which, just a simple Valentine's Day. Like, I think these came from Walmart. Just like little silk flower petals to set the ambiance.
Yeah.
This was just little. Not so much. It could be date night. It's like when you're date night on a dime, right? And you need ideas, just little things. Try a sport neither of you has ever played before. Just something fun and silly.
You want to get Netflix and chill. Yeah. That's the one you want to pull out of there. All right, movie and make love. Yes. Yeah, that's the one.
We what else they got in there. Speaking of which, I have to redeem myself because I don't want y'all to get it twisted when I was talking about the underwear. I've gotten lingerie.
No, you lingerie'd up over the years.
I have lingerie'd up.
We got some things we won't tell you about, but we do our thing.
We do, but here's what I will say. every time, like I'll go out of the way, get it. It's more like an excitement for me to see you open it, but you could care less. Like,
no, I like.
you
I
just
like.
want to unwrap the
No,
gift.
I do want to unwrap the gift. I want to get to the treasure, but I do like seeing the treasure box. I do like seeing the packaging and all that. I love that. I love it. You know what I mean? Telling the kids get out the way,
Right.
shut the door, and then
Well, here's
seeing
why I
everything
say that.
like yeah.
Because I will wear something I've had for like 10 years, right? And he's like, "Oh, that's new," and I'm like, "Nah, bro." But that's okay. I'll play along.
Yeah. I think I've liked everything
you see
you bought.
through it. You're like,
I'm saying I loved everything that you bought in that sense. I've enjoyed it. I've loved it. I've enjoyed it. I appreciate it. We got much more to come and to do to continue that role. But I like buying you the comfortable day-to-day joints
there
too.
You go.
Like, I know you need the day-to-days, you know what I'm saying?
And not just that, but like the yoga pants, different things, because he knows I'm trying to get back in the gym. So it's just, those thoughtful, see a need, meet a need. Like
I did get past the bears. I used to buy bears, and I would think like, oh, that would be something that she would put up somewhere, and it would remind her of me or something like that. And then I quickly found out that she wasn't a bear.
I'm not a bear person.
Fan, so it'd just be thrown somewhere in the closet on the floor.
Or I give it to the girls.
Yeah, I'm like, that was the bear I bought you for. And they over there playing with it. I'm like,
see, don't personalize it. It wasn't personal. I'm just, and I know some women who are like, they have 50 bears and they have them in a corner still as an adult. And I'm just, I don't know. I didn't cultivate that growing up.
Yeah, yeah.
But I have every card you gave me.
You love the cards. You love food. Going out, good food, not wasting good money on bad food.
I appreciate
good money on
candy,
good food.
not like Valentine's candy, but you would get my favorite candy.
Yeah.
That I like, which we're trying to like lifestyle change. So it actually caught my eye yesterday, and so I was like, "Babe, we gotta go. I'm hungry. I saw my favorite."
Yeah, I love it. I rolled down the aisle too. I was like, "Let me get out of it. Let me get off this aisle."
But I will say, so I'm not big on bears, but my father-in-law actually got this, and it is so. Let me see.
Does it still work?
I don't know, because the kids. There it is. Hey.
Yeah.
Now this I love.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at his locks. You got the Stevie Wonder.
Got the hand braid. Memorable things, man. Stuff you won't forget.
That's right. Yep. And my father-in-law is no longer with us, but imagine just the joy that would bring to my mother-in-law and now to us. Like the kid, I love it. The kids love it.
Yeah.
So that is a bear I would keep.
Right.
It's fun. It brings joy.
Except for that laughing, the lion that would roll around. I don't know if that was Valentine's Day.
I don't know, but that was
that's
funny.
Would roll around, laughing and stuff. That was a funny one.
Yeah, something to bring your spouse joy. Just silly, insignificant, but it means the world to your spouse.
Yeah, we've done picnics. These are just random. This might not be Valentine's Day, but we've done just picnics at the park. Good day, the weather's good. We do those type of things. I mean, even just cooking together. Yeah. Like cooking a meal. Like I remember one thing that I remember when we first met is you cooked me some shrimp. Yeah. Some kind of shrimp pasta or something. And I just always remembered that like you was intentional about making me a meal you thought I would enjoy. And that's meaningful. Cook a meal your spouse might enjoy, be intentional about it, glass of wine, favorite drink, whatever. And just set a moment to just say, man, I did this because I love you.
Yeah, and even if you're not the best cook, it's like, man, you went through all that effort from me. That means a lot. And there's so much now, YouTube, all kinds of recipes. Like, you can do it. Just try. Get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. Book something in advance. Be intentional about setting up, a day. I tried to do that last year for your birthday. I was like, man, let me set up everything where you don't have to plan it out. And let me be intentional to see if that strike a chord with you. Yeah. And sometimes it does for women that like they always on the go and they don't want to have to plan everything. You plan it, you set it up, you book it, reserve it. They just got to show up, and then it actually means a lot.
Yeah, I have appreciated that because you're right. There's so many decisions I have to make in a day, in a week, and so you've been so good about just deciding about food and like serving me, cooking for me. And that, I don't know, that's really melted my heart lately.
Good. I'm glad. I'm trying.
Well done.
I'm
sir.
trying. Yep.
Yeah, but we haven't. I'd love to do a cooking class. We haven't done that. That would be
Cooking and dancing is on the course. Man, listen. I got in lieu of right?
Yes.
In lieu of being able to have time to go do classes, I made a playlist of dance, just trainings and dances, and like, man, when we have our date night at home, I'm like, baby, let's take 30 minutes and be right here in the living room or somewhere, like just doing our thing, learning to dance in lieu of being able to have time to actually go take the class. So you got to get creative. I'm trying to learn how to think outside the box and do some stuff that's different for the sake of love.
That's right.
For the sake of saying I still want to pursue you. I still like spending time with you. This is still important to me,
right?
Just as much as it is parenting, paying bills, working hard, building all the businesses and all that. Like, man, we got to build this.
Yeah.
And not forget this, because this
and
is
not
important.
Keep building it, right? I thought about a couple we did a consultation with, and I appreciate his honesty, but he was like, man, I caught the fish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What more do I need to do? And it's like, wow, like that's the mentality of a lot of men. I appreciated that he took ownership. But yeah, the race doesn't end when we get married. It's just beginning. And so I would say not even the same effort, but more effort is required to keep like staying connected, building, because you're evolving, right?
Right.
So what you like changes, and so you have to stay a student, stay inquisitive and just interested.
Yeah. No, I agree. Keep your antennas up. Yep. Right. Be aware of what the taste buds are now. Yeah. The taste buds done change. Your mentality done change. Your body and everything about you has changed. So you do still have to be a student of each other and still study each other.
Yeah, and ask questions. Like, there's no harm in that. Just saying, hey, I want to know what you like, what excites you. I thought about this. We got this for our anniversary date night adventure. So this was on Amazon. Simple. It was like a lightning deal. But I left a quarter in there. So you pull a card and you scratch it off, and there's an adventure to go on. We haven't done this yet.
Right.
But we're gonna do it. Yeah.
I forgot what it was. It was something. It was like, wait, we gotta map that.
We had to get something. This was different. Something from the house. Go to a pawn shop and then take the money and then go on a date. So just something different. Kind of silly, but.
We saying all this to say, if you haven't been pursuing one another in the department of taking interest in each other, dating one another, romancing one another, just being intentional about saying, hey, I'm thinking of you, I want you, I desire you, I miss you, all the things. Valentine's Day is a good reminder, but it kind of needs to be sprinkled in throughout your calendar year, and not just when a birthday come around, or a holiday come around, or when this or that has happened, right? Do those things on those monumental days, but also, man, throughout the week, every once in a while, man, pinch your wife on the butt or something, man. Give her a kiss, tell her I want you, I need you, I love you, you the best thing ever happened to me. And let her know that, man, you on top of mind. You top of mind, and you're not bottom of the barrel or on the back burner. Of my life,
Yeah, I was reminded candles. You've been getting candles more. Like he'll just go to the store and say, "Oh, I smelled this and thought about you." So that's been. I'm
trying to get y'all the game, fellas. Listen, I ain't what it say? What's the Romeo? I ain't whatever the Notebook, all the love stories. Like I'm not that, but. Man, take some of this. Steal from me. I'm still learning. Give me some ideas.
Right.
I ain't got it all down, but give me something.
Yeah, and I'm trying to do better with like physical touch and just, all the time, just making that connection. My baby girl is, oh gosh, she's everything I'm not when it comes to that. Yeah. And so I'm trying to learn from her. And certain things that, rubbing his ear and just touching just all the time, because that is important to him. And if it's important to you, it's important to me. I can't keep saying, oh, well, that I never had that growing up, I don't know, that's not me. I can't keep using that excuse.
Right, yeah. And you don't want your spouse lacking.
Yeah.
Especially if you know better. I'll say that if you know they lacking in an area and they need it from you, and you know this, like it's not like a mystery, like I know that you told me you need certain things, And then I just intentionally be like, you know what?
Right.
I'm not doing that. I don't care.
Yeah.
That's a little offensive.
It is.
If I could say
Well,
that's a
it's
little
dishonoring, and it's foolish in the sense of you're aware of a vulnerability and a risk, and you're just choosing to turn the other way and not do something about it, right? And that's a power you do have. You can't control your spouse. You can't stop certain temptation, but you can be proactive.
Right.
And fill the love tank and put in the time and effort and intentionality to at least avoid it, right?
Yeah.
And to guard against it.
Yeah, no, true. Last thing you want is the heart of your spouse to turn away from you.
Right.
Man, that's a pain you probably don't want to feel. And so let's turn hearts towards each other.
Yeah.
Put on matching clothes. Like I was like, I'm putting on, I see you got the burgundy. Put on a little something, just the little small things. Make them hearts turn in. Make those hearts stay in.
That's right.
And cultivate that love and that magic and that allure in your relationship. It shouldn't fizzle away. It should grow over time.
Yeah, the Bible talks about how it's the small foxes that spoil the vine, and the same is true on the opposite end. It's like the little things make a difference, and it can tweak things. Even I think we talked last week about when you're not emotionally connected, you can reverse that just one little baby step at a time. So one gesture, one handhold, one candle you purchase, like you're building a new path in a different direction. So don't like minimize that or take that for granted.
No, for real. Lastly, date your kids.
Yeah.
Love on your kids.
Yep.
Fathers, be good to your daughters. They're gonna be steal that from John Mayer. Be good to your daughters. Romance your daughters. Love on your daughters. Court them throughout the year. But Valentine's Day, man, make sure you got them a little something.
It's a great opportunity. Well, I'll say first of all, make sure you're prioritizing the marriage first. So if you're like behind on that, and maybe the kids have been first for too long, let's get the order right first. But once they see that, like I feel like our kids get jealous, especially the girls. Like when we're kissing, they're like blocking, coming in between. That's what we want. We want to, not that we're doing it to provoke them, but we want them to give. We want to give them something to aspire to, right? And desire. So that's the first thing. But then, like you said, setting that example. Because I remember growing up, every year my dad got us Valentine's Day candy. So that is a memory that I cherish, you know. And so you doing that now for the girls, you always get them something, candy, a bear. I need to step it up with Savion because he's getting older and he's not dating yet. So I realized, man, I need to spend more time with him. I need to date him. And so I've carved out time once a month with each of the kids. So I make sure I give them that time. Right.
Yeah, but they need to experience it. They need to know what dating is. They need to know what love is. I want to show them what love is from my own home versus them learning about it away from home. Like they should see it with me and you. We should talk about it with each other. I should show them what love is and respect and honor and pursuing them and letting them know they're beautiful. All those things matter. So I hope I've been doing that over the past 9 years with Sanaya and 7 with Chloe, and even talking to Savion and letting them see us in love and dating and pursuing each other. I think it gives him a great example of what he should do as a man, what he should be aware of, and what's normal and not. You know,
he bought me dinner last week, so he's learning.
There we go. There we go, man.
But it also makes me love you more, seeing how gentle and intentional you are with the girls. So if nothing else, it's gonna stir that fire.
Brownie points, baby. Let's get it, man. Well, we love y'all, man. We hope that this was just organic and just fresh coming up into Valentine's Day, which is just right around the corner. And so do something for each other that's special. Fill your love tank up. Speak the love language that you know you need to speak to your spouse. And let's keep cultivating pursuit in our marriage, man.
That's right. Do what your spouse needs, not just what you're comfortable doing.
There you go. If y'all need any marital help, y'all need any counseling, coaching, anything, feel free to reach out to us. You know we got y'all's back. All right?